Guys, what's going on? Today we are going to be pretty busy trying to get the Jeep ready for Carnival, which is in Alameda Fairgrounds. I think it's Pleasanton, California, so it's kind of the Bay Area, or South Bay Area, I guess. And to get it ready, we gotta fix this door. Got a lot of brokenness everywhere. That's all broke. And then the window track itself broke off. So I'm basically going to be taking the entire door panel apart, and we'll show you kind of how that goes about, and getting in there with a welder and trying to make any repair we can of it. As you can see, I've tried multiple times in different places to repair these doors, and they always seem to break again. And I had to do a similar repair on the driver's side. As you can see, it just rips the metal up, and that is ugly welding, but at least it holds. So let's go get started trying to repair these things. Alright guys, so we're over here, kind of my little work area for today. You can see our recyclables in the back, so this is kind of out where we keep our welder and things now at the house. But anyway, we're going to be taking the door panel off, so I'll show you how that's done. These were done by Bobby Gately. If you haven't seen these, I got a couple videos on them, like how much they weigh. These only weigh 35 pounds with the speakers installed, so they're very durable, and they don't weigh too much, and they help quite a bit, and they're pretty serviceable. So we'll show you how easy to get it off. So these are magnetic trim panels, and he did all this by hand. Hand shaped these with a special grinder bit. And anyway, we're gonna go ahead and pull them off so we can access the inside, because number one, I don't want to do a lot of welding with these on, and then number two, I need to get to that window track in there. So if I can find the right bit and go on and do this. So the first thing I do is pull these little speakers out. I only pull these ones out so I can get to their wiring. There's not as much slack on these little guys, and it's just easier to run the wire through with them out. So we'll just yank them real quick. These are Audio Dynamics 3-inch Neos. These are kind of like a upper end mid. Really nice for 200 through 5,000 hertz frequency range. So you got 2 in each door. Alright, so next, I don't remove these. These are the Audio Dynamics 3000 series mids, and they ride just fine. I can unplug their harness pretty easily. So next thing is I'm going to switch bits over to this Allen style, the 6-point, and we're just going to pull these bolts out. So these all use thread insert on the door panel. I like to keep the window down. when I do this part because I just have more access. But usually once you get the first few bolts, you can pull this plastic trim out. So that goes out. This is just a bed liner we had put on. And then I can continue getting all these. This panel's gonna start trying to come off now, so I gotta hold it. Sometimes it sticks from the sound deadener, so actually it's holding itself. And I pull these wires through. And I don't think you guys can see, but pull my plugs here. Unplug the door wires. This one I taped up. Alright, so that's some of that sound deadener that was sticking on it. So that's the entire door panel. So now we have access in the door. I'm going to go set this somewhere nice. So as you can see, we've done a lot through the years. This is like one of the third door I've had on this car. So we try to do our best to try to like sound deaden it in and help it maintain some sort of, you know, rigidity, but there's only so much you get to do with a build this loud that just destroys the doors. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to basically just cut open the sound deadener. Find my razor knife. Alright, so I need to get in this door. If I remember, this piece is a good access point because it looks like I've been in here before, so I've put a bit of deadener over it. Likely repairing the window track before. A lot of people dream about these big builds and they don't realize that they are very hard to maintain, especially when you're trying to have a near show quality style build, you know, but you're also trashing it all the time with playing it, so it's kind of a constant battle. But you know, a lot of people tell me I need to modify the doors or go crazy and all that, but I like to compete too, and that it throws me into classes I can't get competitive in. So I try to keep things stock, and the rules allow sound deadener and you know, some repairs. So, you know, as long as I don't go extensive for my welding, it should remain pretty stock. I don't have a wood roof or anything. It's all stock roof. Everything's stock, and that's just the way I like to have it. So I have to fight these demons as I go. But anyway, now we're in here. I'm gonna get this window up out of my way. And then look at what's the damage in here with this window track. So it would appear that's actually not the window track. Wow. If you guys get a look, I'll take you off the tripod. The one thing I was concerned about was these two holes broke off, and I don't think I have that on the other door. It's because this door, this is from a different year Cherokee, it has this brace that runs in here. If I push down on the brace, it moves, and you can see, hopefully, it moving. So it's just the brace broke off in there. It's probably making tons of noise. Yeah, hear that noise. So the best thing I think I can do is try to maybe weld from here and just try to get it stuck back on. I don't really know how else to get to it in there. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of looking around at that, but or put more deadener or something. So that is one obstacle. And then everything else I think I can get from outside here. This is just this piece. I'll pull my little panel off and we should have access. So let me come up with a solution for that brace in there, and then we can get started on the welder, and I'll pull out the welder and we'll talk about that. All right, so looking a little farther into it, my window track did break off. It's this pin right here, this little tack, and then all 4 of these tacks belong to that brace that I was talking about in there. And the real best solution right now is I wedged a screwdriver in it to bring it kind of back where the holes were. This bottom one I can't quite line up, so I'll try to get in there, but it's so tight. And I unbolted my locking mechanism and everything. Have a little access, and I'm going to try to patch up these cracks best I can and get in here. So first thing's going to be just kind of cleaning the painted areas with the wire wheel, and hopefully we can get in there with our welder and make a few good tacks or something to try to keep the stuff together, but we'll see. I don't know. So what I got right here is the actual piece of metal that fell out of there. I don't know how a whole chunk of metal just falls right out, but we're gonna try to put it back. I think it's like a little puzzle piece. It should just pop in here somewhere. There's a little puzzle piece we gotta try to tack in and make somewhat better if we can. So wish us luck on that. But I think I'm ready to pull the welder out and give it a shot. Alright, so this is my little Lincoln Electric MIG welder here. I'm really excited to finally have one of these. I traded it from the van build. If you guys haven't seen the videos on the van build, go check them out. I just updated the playlist. So be running this little MIG today on pretty low setting, and the metal's so thin on here I really can only just do tacks, or else it gets too hot and it bursts holes to the metal. And I know some of the welder guys out there will have opinions. This is probably the wrong tool. Preferably, if to do this right, I assume I would need a torch. So if you guys want to pitch in some information on that, you know, like oxyacetylene or something, I used to do a little bit of that, which I know is good for small metal, but I don't have the whole rig or anything, and I don't know if I want to invest in that or not. But the MIG welder gets me by, and I can use it on a lot of different projects. So maybe some information on that. But anyway, let's get on with what I got going today. This doesn't have to look very good. I usually just put a little paint over it and call it good. They kind of turn into booger welds pretty quickly, but with what I have to work with, the metal on these vehicles is super thin, and I think it's of low quality, you know, kind of like a pot metal or, you know, low grade steel. So it definitely doesn't do very well as far as welding goes, but I've learned to get around it a little bit. And surprisingly, the welds, even though they look bad and they're not very consistent, they come out fairly strong, and they'll last for a while. So give it our shot here, but let you guys watch. I'll fire this guy up, think I gotta plug it in though. From pretty low setting, pretty low wire speed. You just make little tacks is basically all I can do with it. So hopefully we can focus you guys in there. I'm probably gonna get in the way of the camera, but deal with it. There's nothing I can do in the being in the way part. But alright, I'm gonna try. I guess I'm just gonna jump around as I feel fit. So here's all our goobaloob looking welds, but I think it's back together. I'm gonna run a grinder where I can. I gotta get these holes kind of fixed for the screws to go back in best I can, but I think that'll get us through the show. Did burn the paint a little bit. I already knew that was gonna happen. It's impossible to even get near that paint, so I'll have to get some touch up. But in all reality, these doors are probably on their way out. Back here in the storage, we got 3 more doors, and I'll actually be getting another set today. So we have like 5 doors on deck. I'll go get those painted and probably make the weld modifications beforehand this time, because this set I really learned a lot about where they'll break. So definitely some good stuff there. But now we're gonna clean that up and try to get some paint on it, make it presentable for the show. Covered up my glass for the splatters, so we should be in good shape. All right, everybody, so we got a little bit of paint put back on there and it looks halfway reasonable, so we're gonna let that dry up and then I can reinstall the door panel. It's kind of ugly, but like I said earlier, this door probably is going to be retired after the next couple shows here, so I guess I'll let that dry and we'll put the door back together. Alright guys, so got the door panels put back on and we're about to head out to Carnival, so that'll be the very next video, so hopefully you stay tuned. It's going to be really awesome, some good content and a lot of demos. So till next time guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Hopefully this was kind of a fun video for you to watch on just some of the things we do in order to keep our builds together. So till the next one.